You still can't see me, really. Much better. Okay, so basically I wanted to do more art videos. I finally found my preferred way of creating artwork, and I thought it was time to share more with you guys about how I make art and the kind of art that I'm making, because it's literally my artwork and like, hello. So yeah, we're just gonna jump on into it. To start out, I use Procreate right now. I want to get back into physically creating artwork, but it's a little iffy right now. I need to get my supplies. I've been working on that, and so, but yeah, I use Procreate. I use it on my iPad, and then I also have Zazzle, my shop DaviIAADoodles. Currently has a couple of pieces that I've been able to upload, and if you guys want to check that out, please go ahead and do so. I also try to post on my Instagram and my TikTok too. I've been really having fun with TikTok lately. I just posted today my commentary video. That's more like fashion forward. But I think my channel on YouTube especially is just going to be about art and fashion. I talk about art and fashion all the time. And yeah, they're just two major points of my life, and those are my creative outlets. So, that being said, if you guys are new, hi, welcome, I'm Davi. I am a creative overall, but I also really like, as you heard before, art and fashion. I create videos discussing different items that I'm really into that I see on Pinterest. I use Pinterest a lot to source different brands and clothing items and things like that. And I just love being able to create visuals for what I'm into, what I find chic, what I find interesting, and things like that. I also have some really fun vlogs on here if you guys want to check that out. I'm trying to incorporate my creative stuff into my vlogs, so it's not just like, okay, you create videos about creative stuff and interesting stuff like fashion and art, but at the same time you create vlogs that don't discuss or talk about any of those things. So one of my creative choices recently was to trim down my bangs. I feel like it gives a cleaner look, hopefully. Tell me what you guys think. But I really love it because I don't have to like constantly like get hair out of my face and stuff like that. So I really love it a lot. One thing on my mind, guys, has been literally Doja Cat and her streaming Fears the Phantom. I don't know what the whole thing is about, like the Fears of Phantom game. Like, I don't know if it's like one whole game or if it's like different games. But the way that she plays it is she won't fully play it, at least as far as I know, because there's different videos that have been posted on YouTube of her playing the game. And I don't know if she's just like playing for a little bit on stream and then leaving, or like she's playing for hours on end, which I think that she's clicking off because all the streams are about like an hour to 2 hours long. But she's so funny.
We need honey rice, Uncle Tony's only rice. Uncle Tony only rice. Uncle Tony's only rice.
She's so funny. I can imagine people like making memes and stuff off of the videos that she has where she's playing on her streams. At first I thought she had a YouTube channel, and that would be so cool. Like, but I don't know if that's like too off brand for her, because she is essentially still like a professional musician, and I don't know how she'd feel about doing that. But I love that she's on stream. She's so funny. So yeah, Fears of Phantom, and then I've also watched her play Reaper with her friends, and that was also so funny. That was hilarious. Yeah, she also, one of my favorite things about her streams is she has like autotune on one of her on her mic, so she can switch like the different little things or whatever, so that she's like changing her voice. I'm like, I can imagine that being like something that I stem on now, because she's a trip. She's so funny. But anyway, let's talk about my art process. Like, yeah, let me sit down. Okay. My art process. Okay, well, okay. I like to go on Pinterest and I just kind of search. I don't really search for anything, so the way that I optimize my like Pinterest profile is I have different things that I'm into, right? And I like to look up visual depictions of like what I'm imagining in my head. So if I'm thinking about, oh, I want to hike more, then I will create kind of like a mood board, like a vision board for the things that I want to accomplish. And so I think Pinterest has kind of figured out what my like taste is, and that's why it's easier for me to find references. So if you're an artist or you're somebody who's trying to just visually just you're a visual creative and you like mood boarding and stuff or whatever, I'd recommend optimizing Pinterest to imagery that fits what you enjoy or what you like looking at or what is aesthetic to you. Big difference searching on Pinterest versus Google. Like, I think searching on Google is literally just for the sake of irony at this point. But anyway, you could obviously also like search through like magazines and stuff like that and other physical media, but like Pinterest is really accessible to me. And fun fact, I really don't like referencing real life when it comes to making artwork. There's occasional periods or times, but you guys will see like my artwork and I'll further discuss it later in the video, but I have a more fictional kind of perception of what artwork I want to make, and sometimes it's hard to find visuals in real life that depict what I'm trying to accomplish. Also, I have ADHD, and you try finding references in real life over just searching it up on a search engine. I didn't think that it's not very fun for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like it's really hard. I also don't know what's up with the English, the attempt of an English accent lately. But yeah, so okay, we're just gonna go on Pinterest and we're gonna like look for something really quick. Yeah. Okay, I just started the phone recording aspect. You guys are literally on a flower pot right now while I am searching for a reference. I hope you know that. It's kind of iconic if you ask me. Okay, so this is what my moving the cursor around in a circle. This is what my Pinterest home screen page, whatever you want to call it, looks like. I So the kind of references I really enjoy are the ones that depict human behavior, if that makes sense. But what I do, and you'll see later, is I make these humans like extraterrestrial beings. So I turn them, in other words, into aliens. It's a very interesting concept, and I've thought about whether or not I actually like doing this, but I think the process is just so much more comprehensible to me, to the point where it's like undeniable that this is just like the kind of artwork that I enjoy making truly, outside of like the end product, but like the actual process. Because I think like making things, it's not like actually finishing making something that makes the thing that you're doing enjoyable. It's like actually enjoying the process, and I really enjoy the process of making this kind of artwork. So to start off, we have a young lady eating a taco. I would go for that typically. I would go for that if I was feeling like it, but I'm not feeling the taco kind of thing right now. I could turn the taco, let me like pull up the image. I could turn the taco into like some weird like alien food, like a tentacle taco or something, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. This is also really iconic, but I love the gloves, and then I also like, she's already like, this is like feeding me already. It's giving me already what I know that, you know, my art style looks like, especially with the gloves and the black and the like the dramatic contrast in between what she's wearing. I love this a lot, but I think that the perspective of it is just too much, so I don't want to go for that one. What else is there? Now you'll see that I have a lot of close-up perspective images, and that's because, yes, I'm obsessed with the visage of the face. But like I said, I try to find images where compositionally it's interesting, and also I get some of the personality from the person in the image. For instance, I really like this one. It says Annie Reed Photography. I'm guessing that's the person who captured the photo. I really like this one. I have this weird thing with cigarettes and smoking, and I, as a designer and as an artist, I feel like I have a kind of responsibility when it comes to portraying certain things, and one of them I'm trying to reduce the portrayal of is like smoking, although it's like one of those very niche kind of like fashionable things in a way, this whole concept of like smoking a cigarette, but I'm trying to not do that. I really like the pose and everything and the personality coming from it though. Ooh, that comes really close. I might do it. I don't know, it's like it's almost there for me, but not quite. Where else can I find stuff? So sometimes I look on this just homepage, and the homepage is really just like a combination of things that I've already been searching and looking for, not necessarily strictly for art, but it's just been like for my commentary videos, or also if I just want to create like a specific board for myself. But I'm gonna go ahead. I have all of these boards over here. I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to go to this board I created called A Reference 2026 and look at some things I've already saved. I think this one is really fun because I really like the face, her face shape. I want to reference that has like an action. These are all really cool, but I kind of want to do, I am kind of showing off for the video, for the camera. I'm showing off. Let's just see what the more ideas is. I'm a hoarder. I'm a pin hoarder. Like I don't really have anything else to say about that. I just hoard pins. I really like this one with the hot dog. Ooh, that might have won me. And I like the perspective a lot. And I like the facial expression. Okay, we're gonna put that off to the side. I also really like this one. Okay, so I was thinking about doing this one, but at the same time I've already done an artwork recently from that perspective, and I don't know if I want to do that again right now. So I might do this one with the wine glass from this perspective, because you got an up here perspective and then you have a down here perspective, and I'm like switching it up a little bit, you know? Let's see what else we have. This one's really cute and quirky. What else? This one's really fun as well. You get some of her body in there. I have like a little intuitive thing going on in my brain right now, so I'm gonna look under this image and see what else I can find. This one's really fun, but again, cigarette. I'm not trying to do too many images. Also, the other thing that I noticed is that if you choose specific images, Pinterest is going to try to find other similar images, and it kind of goes for the bait. For instance, like if you save a cigarette image, then it's like, oh, so you want more cigarette images, and I'm like, no, 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 no. This one's really fun. Okay, I'm gonna start to wrap it up because I could literally draw all of this. Actually, this is a really fun one. I love the idea of like creating an art piece of a selfie image because it's like so, like, I was gonna say hyper realistic in a way, maybe not literally because my art style is kind of cartoony, but just the fact that like it's just so real, like it's so relatable despite it being like an illustration, if that makes sense. I kind of love that. Ooh, so we have 3 options. We have the one with the hot dog, and then we have the one with the wine glass, which I think is like a fun new kind of concept to do. And then we have the one with the selfie. Sorry, my camera cut off because I forgot to delete a video I just posted, and it was like a really long one and I didn't have enough storage. But anyway, I have my setup together. I have the image on my screen, and I have Doja Cat, Fierce of Handsome. I know you guys saw the tab. I know you guys saw that I was watching her stream. Yes, I do watch her. Or I watch a video and then I also look at the reference while I'm painting at the same time. So I have the image on my screen, my computer screen, and then I have a video right next to it, and then I have the iPad right in front of me where I'm going to be making stuff on, or making the image artwork, whatever you call it, on Procreate. So I'll show you guys that real quick. So this is my computer screen, and then right over here, this is my iPad right in front of me. So this is what I do all the time when I make stuff, really. My art setup, if you will. So really, like, the main steps of like me making art is the sketch, which is like the scariest part of making, I feel like, an art piece, because it sets up everything. If your foundation does not look good, everything else will not look good, in my opinion. And then it's putting down like your base colors and then going into shadows and highlights. So I guess that's 3: sketch, base colors, shadows, highlights to create dimension. And then the last step, what did I just put 4? The last step is going to be the details and stuff and making it look all fun and, you know, awesome and ooh. But I'll show you guys like what each phase looks like for me. Does that sound good? I hope it sounds good. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay guys, so I tried this is so random, but I tried this hair spray thing and I think I like it because I'll show you. Okay, so it's called It's a 10. This is what it looks like, and it says it's a miracle leave-in product. It says it nourishes hair, thermal protector detangles, helps protect hair color, restores shine, help reduce frizz. It's a natural UV protectant, helps replace lost proteins, enhances hair natural body, helps prevent split ends. I heard somebody that I know used this and they really liked it, so then I just tried it for this hair and it smells really nice, and so far it's like it's laying it down. I also tried Innisfree green tea enzyme vitamin C brightening toner pads. So I've been trying to help with the texture on my skin. I spoke to the person at Sephora and they said this helps with texture as well as like discoloration, so hopefully this works well for me. I was gonna get the, what is it called? I was gonna get the Ordinary's toner because it helps with texture or whatever. I'm still confused as to whether toner helps with discoloration or texture, skin texture, or if it could do both, or if there's only some that does one or the other. So we'll see, but I wanted to try these out. I got the pads. They have an actual formula that she put on me. Actually, it's like it's also vitamin C, but it's like this clear beaded serum. So yeah, I was gonna get that, but it was like $36, and I was like, I don't want to spend $36 on a product that I don't really know is gonna work for me. So I just tried the pads and was gonna see if the pads would do well enough for me. But little mini haul. And then if you guys don't know, so for girls with darker skin tones, it's kind of hard for us to find like sunscreen. So what I use is Innisfree's sunscreen, and this one, you'll see it, I think they used a green box for this one, but it's just like 50 plus SPF and the PAA, you know, the little thingies. But I really love this because it also gives your skin a nice glow. So that's partly what makes my skin glowy, aside from like moisturizing and maybe some of the toning pad kind of effect on my face. This is what the bottle looks like, and I just bought this, and this doesn't expire until 2028, like the 23rd of March. So yeah, it's kind of exciting because then I don't necessarily have to hurry up and use it. But that was like a little haul before I showed you guys my artwork that I finished up with, because I know you guys are looking forward to that. Anyway, this is an art piece, and I'll also, after showing you guys this way, I'll put it right next to my face so you guys could see a lot more clearly what it looks like. So it's interesting to see how like far I've come in terms of creating artwork. It's honestly such a journey, trying to find your own personal style and your own personal technique and way of doing things. But I don't think people really talk about that often. It's like when you are making artwork, or when you're creating something, you have your own way of doing it. Like you develop your own sense of what you want to make. And whether if it is like creating a piece of artwork, or if it's just making a chair, like there are ways to make that creative process and that product only relevant to your craft and what you do. And I think that's one of the things that I would have loved to learn. I always thought the art classes were so redundant because they just teach you how to do something that you do on a normal basis. Like there's really no linear way as to learn how to make artwork or create something. You just have to be able, or even willing, to experience the actual process of making something. And if you want to do it every day, then obviously you're going to become really good at it. But aside from that, I think what classes and courses and things don't teach you is that you have to be okay with allowing the process to determine how fundamentally you create things as an artist. It's not about making sure you get everything right. It's actually sometimes about messing up, so then you can see maybe I guess the things that you mess up are actually things that you would like to incorporate in your artwork, your kind of personal touch, if you will. But that's what I think about when I think about these art pieces. They're kind of messy, and they're kind of like smudgy, and I think it adds that grunginess that I really like to my artwork and my art process. I don't really like everything to be clean or perfect, because I think it takes away from the fact that it's like so raw, and it's art. It was created by a human. Like it's not some manufactured to perfection piece of visual material. It's very much a representation of, you know, a human's perspective. And I personally have learned to grown to learn I have grown to learn to love the imperfections of my artwork, and it's just so beautiful. I think what's so beautiful and interesting about these art pieces is that they're kind of compliments, not exactly direct depictions of reality, but they are inspired by reality, and they imply things. Like, my artwork implies that this is a feminine figure, and it implies that she's wearing a black shirt, and it implies that she's drinking wine. Like, these are things that are so elusive. Like, the fact that this artwork is made up of different lines and art strokes and smudges, and it's just like, it's not necessarily real, but it is a depiction. It's a strong depiction of reality. It comes very close. And I love that it's just like, it's so complimentary, but it's still its own thing, if that makes sense. And I love artwork like that, and I love my artwork like this. It's just the little strokes and little things that you can put on paper or whatever, digital, and it's just like, all of a sudden, oh, it's a tree, or oh, it's a leaf, or oh, it's, it's just like amazing. And I'm trying to honor that more and not be so perfect with what I do, because at the end of the day, it is a brush stroke, or a stroke of a pencil, or a stylus, or whatever. It's not real, and I think we should still honor those things. So that's what I think about my artwork. I don't necessarily have a negative kind of critique on it, especially as far as the goal that I just mentioned. I think I would like to experiment more with like colors. I'm kind of playing it safe recently when it comes to my artwork. I also want stronger, like, what's it called? A stronger contrast, and maybe find references with better lighting as far as contrast goes. But I actually think that this turned out very, very nice, and I'm very proud of myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you are trying to learn how to make artwork yourself, or trying to find your own personal style, or interested in needing materials or anything, if you're wanting to get into like physical media, please ask away. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of art stuff. I mean, I've grown up taking different classes, being in different programs, and so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I have an Etsy shop if you guys are interested and want to see more of my artwork, or see my artwork on different kinds of wearables, or if you want like a little print in your house or something like that. Yeah, you can find me on Etsy. My shop name is DaviIAADoodles. I know I have my Zazzle shop up, but I thought Etsy would be a little bit more accessible for people to find my work. And then also, yeah, basically that. But you can still find me on Zazzle. I'm probably predominantly going to be posting on Etsy now, and Gelato, because Etsy is partnered with Gelato. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, if you want to see more of this stuff, let me know by liking the video and subscribing. We've got to 36 subscribers, and I know I've been up and down with the kind of content I'm posting. I'm trying to be more art oriented, and also mix in Pinterest stuff too, because I'm still interested in Pinterest, and I still use Pinterest, and Pinterest is still very relevant to me as a creative. So yeah, Thank you guys for being here, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you later. Oh, I literally used, I thought this was my computer. This is not my computer, and I decided to use the little touchpad on my computer, but yeah, bye.